that I need to show you right now, which is absolutely terrifying for Dogecoin and made me do a double take. Take a look at this. US home loan banks, we now have a report coming out. They have lent billions of dollars, over 13 billion to be exact, to relative crypto firms. This is only the tip of the iceberg that we know about. There's obviously much more of this under the surface. I can confirm already it's more than double this number here, probably significantly more than that, because a lot of it we won't even know about for a long time. But Signature Bank, Silvergate reportedly borrowed 13 billion from the federal home loan system, which at this time, pretty dang risky for the crypto market. Take a look at this. Home rates, the prices have gone up massively in some markets. Boise, Idaho, for example, we have seen an increase drastically, up over 30% in just a short period of time from around 2020. In other places, like for example, California, Stockton, we saw a more than 20% increase. So all across the board over the last few years, we've seen a pretty large increase in home prices. And now there's a chance it could all come crashing down. Home prices could fall 30% should investors be worried about a repeat 2008. Well, take a look at this. You can see this shows what happened in 2008. We saw a spike of around this same size, and then it fell massively right there, right afterwards. So we could be about to see a similar dip for the housing market. Now, the good news here is it's not the same structure as 2008. We don't have the same holes, but inflation is still a problem. Even Janet Yellen is now admitting the truth about inflation. When Janet Yellen is telling you that inflation is a problem, you know inflation's a problem. Yellen warns of global financial crisis. That is scary right there. By the way, we do have, right now, I think the best opportunity. You need, in my opinion, to get rich before we see the next global financial crisis. If you wait to take some of these bets and to get some of your investments on track, if you wait until the next bull market, if you don't capitalize on this one, if you do not get rich before the next financial crisis, you're going to be in deep trouble. But if you do get rich before the next financial crisis, you'll be able to snap up a bunch of things like properties for lower prices. You'll be able to massively increase your portfolio and do a lot of amazing things with it. So that's one of the reasons why I am launching a cryptocurrency pick literally tomorrow. We have 1 day left, less than 24 hours until this pick is launched. If you don't know what the heck it is, this is by far, in my opinion, the best cryptocurrency launch that has been put forth in quite a while. And what I specifically mean by that is everything about this is a trust-centered, straightforward-centered approach, taking greed out of it rather than the simple, straightforward ideas that most people put forward. Take a look at this. Less than 48 hours to launch this. This article was posted yesterday. We got tired of all the BS in crypto and decided to make everything here as straightforward and trust-centered as well as greed-free as possible. Coolest project we've ever done. Can't wait to show you. We have a chance to do something special here, and I really believe that's true. This could be the next big project in the crypto space. There's actually a pretty strong chance that it will be. I think once people realize the difference between this, where there's a extremely low tax, there are no team tokens that have been allocated. Every single team member is located in the US and has to actually buy in ourselves. We can't just get allocated tokens, and that was by design. We wanted it that way so that it was way more user-centered and way more focused on helping you have an opportunity to make money rather than anything else, which is a massive contrast for most of these projects, which launch with these 10%, 15% taxes. And I will admit, in the past, we've participated in some tokens that had higher taxes, but in this market especially, I think low taxes, having the liquidity not really be a super important factor. It's okay to have some volatility. If you have the liquidity, the tax going into liquidity too high, one thing we've learned is that causes slowly the amount of money to be siphoned off, because every time you make a buy or a sell, a percentage of that tax goes to liquidity builds up, and then it just sits there, right? But if you don't have a liquidity tax or a very low liquidity tax, which will be toggled between no liquidity tax and very low liquidity tax, then you don't have to worry about that. The entire tax, which is very, very, very low, under 3%, it'll be 1 or 2% approximately. It'll change slightly depending on various circumstances, but it's going to be extremely low taxes forever, and almost all of it will go entirely to the contract function, which is a really cool contract function. So this is far and away the best opportunity in the market. You can see there's only 3 team members that have any amount of serious access whatsoever, which is Sean Lamont. There's a picture of him right there. Then we have Matt, a different Matt, by the way. There's a picture of him right there, based in the USA. He's actually the one behind the coding. He works for a pretty large company doing technical things for them, and he also on the side does crypto projects, and he's made a very, very, very good code. It's very, very, very complicated. And so I'm really excited specifically about that. But to participate, all you have to do, you have to get to BNB, and you can buy that way. It's very simple. A lot of people are scared. Oh, I don't know how to do it. I have an article right here, which I'll link down there in the description and pin comment. You can also go to mattwallace.io and check it out. But basically, all you have to do, it's very simple. You just go and add this right here. You can add the token on your MetaMask or Trust wallet, whatever wallet you have. And then all you have to do is buy Ethereum on Coinbase or Robinhood or anywhere. Send that Ethereum to an app called Change Now. You can download it in a minute. Change Now on the App Store. And you put Ethereum at the top, BNB at the bottom. You put your BNB address. You put your Ethereum address. Then you click swap. And then it sends you your BNB. Then all you have to do once the cryptocurrency launches is you just copy the contract address, add token, and buy. It's that simple. It's not complicated. It's actually very easy. You can go through all the steps step by step right here on this article. And you can join for $20. You can join. And for that $20, let's say you join for $20, you invest $300, $500. Let's say you invest $500. If we see a 12x like Crow, which is the 5th most successful cryptocurrency pick we've done, if you just see a 10x with it, boom, now you're making good money, right? Or you see a 12x, boom, now you're at $6,000. You put $500 in a $20 investment to join the community, it goes 12x, boom. You just made $6,000 from that, and it could even go significantly higher. Let's say we see 14, 16, 140, 210x, like some of our previous picks have done. Then you're in massive bull market territory, and you're making huge money on that. And so it's very exciting to think about where this can go. We also have, of course, something else to talk about here, which is Janet Yellen is specifically referring to the financial crisis from the debt limit if the agreement isn't reached. So what she is pushing for, as you can see here, a warning as we hit 31.4 trillion in debt. Congress now, she's urging them to actually push for a deal to make sure we start to lower some of these things, because the interest payments are now going up closer and closer to $1 trillion a year in interest. We're at like 300 billion now. It's going to be 500 billion, 600 billion, continue going up. And that's just interest payments going to nothing, going to paying people to actually take on the debt. And so it's very scary to see that as far as interest is concerned. Janet Yellen is one of the people who's been responsible for making it this bad. She's by far one of the worst players on the global scale for causing inflation. And she's continued to push policies that are very, very, very reckless. So if even she is saying there's going to be a global financial crisis, then you better be scared. You better be getting rich fast. You don't want to wait. You want to be finding opportunity. Most people will watch this video and say, I don't care. I'll just whatever. Like I'll go through the financial crisis. Don't be that person. Be proactive. Figure out a way to set up a portfolio. Work harder. That's the mentality to have. Work harder. Be focused on specific things that actually have an opportunity to get you rich. Take risks. And if you can do that and get rich before this financial crisis hits, you're going to be set up for life. You're going to be unbelievably wealthy. We're talking about potential generational wealth, and that's what everyone needs to focus on. Don't be right now sitting on your hands. Right now is the time to be proactive and to do something about it. Take action. Even if it's difficult at times, take action now. Find picks, find things that can really truly change your net worth in a very quick fashion, because you may not get another opportunity like that for at least a few years once this financial crisis hits, until 2024, I believe. It'll be toward the end of 2024, I think, when we'll see another economic upturn, if we do see this financial crisis hit within the coming months. And there's a decent chance that it will. Now, I do believe cryptocurrency also does have an opportunity to spike despite the financial crisis. Like we have seen that before. When the whole world situation happened, cryptocurrency went up massively because people were scared to hold the dollar. So financial crises aren't always bad for crypto. They can be very good for crypto, and you can get rich even during a financial crisis by picking the right investments. It's all about managing risk with capital, which sounds dumb, sounds very simplistic, but it's actually the best way to put it. I mean, I wish I could say more complicated words to describe it, but no, it's that simple. Risk, capital, done. I mean, I would love to have a much more complicated description there. You can see Dogecoin back down to 8.3. It was up at 9 for a bit. It was even hovering near the 10-cent range. It was trying to hit it. Now, though, it has fallen some in the last 24 hours. We've also seen Ethereum down to 1,500 in the last 24 hours. Oh, also, this is a big update. I probably should have mentioned this at the beginning of the live. If you participated in miningclub.io, the first round of awards has officially gone out, which means you can go and claim them right now at miningclub.io. Keep in mind, there's gas fees, so if you only own one Mining Club NFT, Some people will likely want to wait a few rounds every single month, a new round. So you want to wait a few rounds potentially before you actually claim, but it doesn't matter. You can claim it right now. Just you'll pay a few bucks for the transaction fee, for the gas fee. And so that is doing very well. We're on track to have a fully returned investment in about 2 years. And with that time frame, that will mean that beyond those 2 years, it's just all profit. So 4 years from now, that's a doubling. 6 years from now, tripling. And so we're going to have a huge, huge, huge return on this. Very exciting to see how successful it's been. A lot of big players are investing a lot of money right now into crypto mining. We have people who are going into even nuclear crypto mining, which is pretty crazy. I did pull up an article on that. Let me see if I can find it here. It's one of these articles about nuclear crypto mining, which is a little bit crazy. I mean, you don't typically think. Here's another one. Crypto infrastructure firm Blockstream raises $125 million for Bitcoin mining. A lot of people choosing now as a time to get into mining, and it's smart. You want to be putting money into mining right now. That's one of the ways that I do think people will get rich during this next bull run, more so than anything else, because it's more stable. You don't have to worry as much about the volatility, and even if crypto crashes, you still made the money mining, you still have the equipment. So there's a lot of benefits to that you wouldn't potentially otherwise see. Well, the article, it was one of these. I mean, I guess we can try to find it still. I had it pulled up. We could just Google it. Also, what do you think about this the setup here? The ocean is actually right there. It is about 30 feet that way. So we're very close to the ocean. This is by far the coolest place I've ever set up a studio. I love it. I just set it up here yesterday with the camera. This was my first time showing my face. I've been filming here for a few days, but I didn't have the camera set up until yesterday. And so that's why we're doing an actual camera live stream. Finally, you can see Matt Wallace. You can see a person talking. It doesn't matter. I don't know. Maybe not. It probably doesn't. It's fine. It's fine to have no face showing. But secure like your positions. Someone said Bleenu. As far as Bleenu is concerned, it's tough to have any crypto that's a meme coin survive in the market that we have seen, where Dogecoin's fallen over 90%, right? Bleenu's actually survived better than I was expecting through this. And that's a sign that during the next run, which I know everything's during the next run, but still, it's a sign during the next run that we do have the chance to see Bleenu really taking off. And that's true with every crypto for the most part. Do I think Bleenu can take off more than other cryptos? Well, that's really where the bread and butter is. That's where you do have the ability to see some of these coins that we've participated in the past, especially as our influence is growing. You see those have the ability to reach more people and to go up faster. I'm not going to say it's the best investment ever. I'm not going to say it's a perfect opportunity, but I will say there's a chance there, and things are going to be done with it to make that chance even higher than it otherwise would be. So don't count Bleenu out. I absolutely would not do that. Having it as part of your portfolio is likely a very smart decision over the next few years, because it does have that lottery ticket type upside. It also has, a lot of risk associated with it. Let's be honest about it. We don't have the ability to make a crypto spike for no reason. You have to have a reason for it for people to want to buy it. And so Bleenu, it still has work to be done. But I'm certainly a fan of it. I'm still holding, and I can't wait to see it go to the moon. How about COC as well, says Bill. As far as COC, so they focused more away from the CASI, which I believe is still coming, according to Mr. Martini, who is the lead dev behind it, the guy who created it. But they are focusing right now on the Metaverse and expanding that, putting other games in it. So they're doing some cool stuff. Not the most unique thing in the world to be doing the Metaverse, but the way they're doing it with some of, I think, the best graphics in terms of overall feel, the way they've made the atmosphere feel when you're in there, I really like that. That stands out to me. And so hopefully that will gravitate more towards people as more and more people start to get into Metaverse type things. I mean, let's be honest though, the Metaverse is a little silly. I mean, there's some good things about it, but I mean, a lot of Metaverse investments will fail. So you are taking a big risk there. It did see a pretty big spike for a while there, and it has come back up and seen a couple more spikes since then. There's no doubt it'll go up. There's no doubt we're going to see improvements with COC. The question is just at what point, and will it go down first? And how many people actually use the use case and function of it, because that's really where a lot of the value, almost all the value, comes from. But yeah, there it is. The first powered by nuclear Bitcoin energy plant. Pretty dang cool. Opening Q1 of this year. So we're a matter of months away from this opening. On January 18th, World Nuclear News reports that Cumulus Data, one of the leading makers of zero carbon data centers and subsidiary of the independent power producer Talon Energy, completed the installation of a 2.5 gigawatt Susquehanna nuclear plant in Northeast Pennsylvania, nuclear power station, Northeast Pennsylvania. That's pretty cool. And of course, this will be controversial, but it really shouldn't be. I mean, at the end of the day, cryptocurrency is so much better for the environment in terms of the amount it costs of energy to do a transaction compared to banks, that this really shouldn't be controversial at all. More and more people should be switching over to using Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as their financial instrument for transactions rather than the banks, because it's way better. Now, it does require people to actually use it for it to be worth it. If no one's using it for transactions, then at that point, okay, I get the point. Okay, it's a little wasteful. But people are using it for transactions. People are using it for lots of things. And because of that, it's not wasteful. Because of that, it's very useful. And it's taken away some banks. Some banks are closing down as a result of it across the country. And that is using way more energy. Those banks are closing down and not having to use as much energy, not having to hire as many people, not having to go for as long. That takes away a lot of that energy, and then instead has a much more efficient version in Bitcoin and crypto. So don't ever count Bitcoin and crypto out. It's absolutely worth it long run. If you just came in, yes, we do have a big swing crypto launch literally tomorrow. So less than 24 hours until this happens. I highly recommend you go and check it out. Remember, it's literally $20 to join. So you can join for the same price as going out to dinner for one person, really, these days. I mean, that used to be dinner for 3 people or 4 people, maybe. It's a dinner for one person now. That's the way it is. That's like one drink in some restaurants. My goodness, the inflation's been gone crazy. But still, the price of one meal, you can come and join. Say you put in $500. We'll say we see a 12x like we did with one of our recent crypto picks, CRO, which is one of the top 5 that we have done. Let's say we see that happen again, 12x. That's $6,000 from a $500 investment, and you paid $20 to join. Now, if you do join VIP or Whale Family, which a lot of people are doing, you get access 1 minute earlier than this, then 1 minute earlier than this. So 2 minutes earlier in total for Whale Family, 1 minute earlier for VIP, then Out of the Galaxy full release. And so because of that tiered approach, it allows for it not to spike too fast right out the gate. It kind of has a little bit more of a staggered approach. And then after that, we're going to be really pushing it and seeing what happens, because the contract function itself is really fun. A lot of people are I believe, going to enjoy playing it. There's also a very, very, very specific centered approach to this, where we're not going to have all these different various places to get information. It's not like all over the place. Instead, Telegram's the place to get information on this. So you're going to want to download Telegram, then be part of the Telegram, and boom, you're good. You don't need to get Twitter. You don't need to get anything else. Just follow on Telegram. All the information will be there. And then we don't have to worry so much about all the different various places people can join. It's too scattered. Everything about this is all the mistakes people have made. We're squashing those completely out, and we're making this, every single corner of it, as sound and as spike friendly as possible, if that makes sense. So I mean, there's no doubt it's definitely going to be good. We're gonna have a lot of fun with it, and we probably will see a pretty big spike. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch as the launch does happen, just like many of our previous picks have been. If you don't know how to participate, article right here, how to buy BSC tokens in only minutes. It's very simple. You just have to get MetaMask or Trust Wallet. You can join right now. You can have it set up and be ready to go tomorrow. It's literally that fast. It's not hard. If you have any amount of crypto anywhere at all, you can change it using an app called Change Now and get into BNB within a matter of minutes. They have great customer service, and boom, now you're ready to go tomorrow. Just copy and paste the contract address, add the token, buy. It's that simple if you want to participate. So a lot of people will have fun with that. And Elon Musk certainly will continue having fun on Twitter. I mean, have you seen this? Elon Musk continuing to say that WMV is a threat to modern civilization. I mean, it's funny how he's not holding back anymore. He's saying whatever the heck he wants these days. And a lot of people enjoy saying that. Are you ready, kids? This, by the way, I thought was funny. A little bit of a SpongeBob reference. Who lives in a Dogecoin under the sea? Sponge Matt. Doge pants. Look at that. A beautiful Shiba Inu dog. Are you ready, kids? Hashtag Dogecoin. I mean, that's just great. You gotta love it. Thanks, King's Verdict. Follow me. I'm following him already. I was gonna follow him if I wasn't. Looks like I'm already following him, so that's good. King's Verdict, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. The memes of Dogecoin continued on into eternity. Will Dogecoin memes ever stop being made? Of course not. Dogecoin memes are forever. There's 3 things guaranteed in life: death, taxes, and Dogecoin memes. Take a look at this, though. Elon Musk, some of his tweets recently have been arguably extremely important. Take a look at this. Appointing members to subcommittees of the weaponization of the federal government. You can see subcommittees has really been pretty insane. I mean, we've seen a lot of people who are truly crazy being put in really important positions of power. You can see Elon Musk saying, this is important. It absolutely is. He endorsed for people to vote for the opposite party of the one currently in control because he wants to see more balance in Washington, which makes sense considering that we do have a $31 trillion debt. And if we do see more balance, maybe there'll be more stalemate and there will be less spending. That would certainly be nice. But, one can dream. We'll see. Anyway, hopefully you come and join us tomorrow for the crypto launch. MattWallace.io or patreon.com/MattWallace. Come check it out. Have fun with us during the launch. It's going to be exciting. You can come join on the Discord as well, where everyone will be talking about it and participating in it. Anyway, I'm Matt Wallace. This is Found Stand, and I'll see you in the next video.